Welcome into Drew's Daily Diamond for Wednesday, June 19th, 2024, breaking down the MLB slate from a betting perspective. We got some day action, some primetime games to get into, so no waiting around, guys. Let me know in the comments below what your MLB picks are for today, where you agree, where you disagree. All is welcome. Smash that like button if you're liking the content as we head to Cobb County, Georgia, top of the card here. First game up, 12:20 Eastern. 9:20 a.m. Pacific. First pitch, Tyreek Skubal in the Detroit Tigers up against the Atlanta Braves with Ronaldo Lopez on the hill. Braves commanding a minus $1.25 price tag as the home favorite. 7 in the hook, the total here, as it's great pitching matchup. You can see it in the total, guys. Detroit coming in 5 games under 500. Losers of 3 straight, 9 of their last 12. And the Atlanta Braves, 9 games over 500. Winning 2 straight. They've won 5 of their last 6. I actually think it's a little buy the dip opportunity on the Bravos. They had that slump, a couple weeks ago? They look to be playing some better baseball, and they got Lopez on the hill. This guy's been great. 12 starts, sub 1.7 ERA. Last time out, he went up against the Baltimore Orioles. A good lineup and went 6 innings, just 2 hits given up, blanking the O's. 8 strikeouts as well. So I'm actually looking to ride Lopez here. And the Braves playing some better baseball. Nothing against Skubal. He's got good overall numbers. The only thing I would point out, he gave up 4 earned, just 2 strikeouts in 6 innings against the Astros last time out. It was really his worst start of the season. So now up against the Braves here that are the better lineup, the hotter lineup, the better lineup against handedness of pitcher facing with the better overall bullpen metrics. I think this minus 123, that's the low water mark. I think the Braves are a buy in the ATL to start us off. Next game up, we're heading to Pittsburgh. PNC just 5 minutes later for the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. 2 number 3 teams in the standings in the NL Central. Pirates going with Mitch Keller on the hill. Hunter Green going for the Big Red Machine. 8.5 being the total, minus 115. That's the Pirates as the home favorite. Identical records here, 35 and 38 for both squads. Hunter Green, 6'5", 240-pounder, second pick overall in the 2017 draft, 89 strikeouts year to date. And last year versus the Pirates, past performance, 6 innings, just 1 earned with a strikeout per inning in last year's matchup. Keller in that same game, he went up against the Reds, 6 innings, 2 earned, 4 hits given up. Past performance against the lineup they're going to be facing, both of these 2 starters with good numbers. And up against 2 lineups, bottom 5 overall by team OPS. They're bottom 5 against righties. We get a good Cincinnati Reds bullpen, 8.5 being the total. I actually like it to the under, guys. I think both these pitchers quiet the opposing lineups, and the trend is our friend in sports betting. 9 of the last 10 to the under for the Reds, 7 of the last 8 to the under for the Pirates. We're going under 8.5 in PNC. Next one up, we get the San Diego Padres and the Philadelphia Phillies. Waldron on the hill for the Pods. Ranger Suarez, the lefty, for the Phillies. Great pitching matchup here with the Phillies, commanding a minus 165 price tag, 8.5 being the total. If you ask me for a side, I would be on the Phillies. I just think 65 cents a little rich here. They have, they are the second best team by record in baseball, only behind the Yankees with 49 wins on the season, and they have won each of the last 3 Suarez starts. The only problem is they're up against Waldron, the knuckleballer for the Padres. He's been having that knuckleball dancing. 7 straight starts, 2 earned runs or less, 1.9 ERA since early May. Now, Suarez, Cy Young candidate going for the Phillies, 10-1 on the season, sub 1.8 ERA for the full season. So both these bullpens, top 10 overall in MLB. Padres have lost 5 straight, all on the road. I just think both of these 2 starters, they quiet the opposing lineups, even though they're 2 overall pretty good lineups. It's just the Padres are up against the lefty, a really good lefty, and the Padres hit righties a whole lot better. Number 2 lineup in baseball against righties, bottom half against lefties. I think they struggle a bit here. We get 8.5, just minus 105 on the under. I think this is a quick moving game. Finishes 4-1, 5-2, something of that nature. Bet it under 8.5, Padres and Phillies. We'll head to the afternoon slate up next, 4:05 Eastern, 1:05 Pacific here in Washington, D.C. as the Arizona Diamondbacks face the Nationals. Patrick Corbin, the lefty, going for the Nats. Brandon Pfaadt going for the D-backs. -160, that's Arizona as the road favorite. Total of 9. Arizona just one game under 500 off of that tough start to the season. They've won 2 straight, 4 of 5, 6 of their last 8, playing really good baseball here. This lineup has scored 57 runs their last 8 games, and they're up against Patrick Corbin, flirting with a 6 ERA on the season, less than 50 strikeouts in 77 innings. That he's not missing very many bats. I'll add on to it, guys. Yes, this Arizona Diamondbacks offense is hot right now, second best lineup over the last week, and the wind is blowing out. I think we're going to get some runs here. In Arizona, they've been smashing lefties. I like their team total over. I like the full game over as well. This Nationals lineup, I think they'll be able to put up some runs as well. They take the extra base. In Arizona, if you're going to pick one thing to kind of go against them, it's the bullpen. So we might get some late runs here for the Nationals. We get a total of 9 flat. Let's go Diamondbacks and Nationals up and over the total. Next one up, we'll head to Cleveland here. Battle of 2 first-place teams, AL West, AL Central, with the Seattle Mariners and the Cleveland Guardians going at it. Tanner Bybee on the hill for the Guardians, commanding a -130 price tag. Total of 8. The M's going with Woo on the hill. They've won 4 straight games. They've won 8 of 9, and they've won every single time Woo has taken the hill this season. He has 6 starts, a 1 flat ERA, 5 hits in his last 12 innings. So he's riding a hot hand. He's been hot pretty much every time he's taken the hill. 6 innings, 0 earned in each of his last 2 starts. He was scratched the last time out, the last time he was scheduled to start. Something to watch here, but it does give him some extra rest, and he's really shown no signs of opposing lineups hitting him around. Bybee going for Cleveland. Hey, nothing against him. He's got some good numbers overall. It's just I have in my notes, guys, bet on Brandon Woo here for the Mariners, and they're the hotter team right now. They've won 4 straight games. Cleveland, losers of 3 straight, so we'll ride the hot, fade the at least a little bit cold in the Guardians, and listing Woo as the starter. We get the underdog barking in Cleveland. It's the M's +120. Next one up, we'll head north of the border. Toronto Blue Jays hosting the Boston Red Sox. Brian Bayo going for the Sox. Kevin Gausman for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays -$1.25 at home. Total of 8. Boston comes in winning 4 straight. Tough to go against them, but Bayo on the hill. He's got a 5 ERA. He's given up 4 or 5 runs in each of his last 3 starts, and he's up against Gausman, 4 ERA on the season, 75 strikeouts, and that many innings pitched. This isn't one I love, guys. I could see it going either way. I think Gausman is the better pitcher, the better starter here. So I was leaning towards Blue Jays first 5. Hey, for the show, not one of the best bets of the show, but -122, low watermark on the Jays. That's how we'll go with this one in Rogers Center. We're heading to the south side up next in the 8 o'clock Eastern hour. It's the Houston Astros and the Chicago White Sox. Hunter Brown going for the Stros. Garrett Crochet, the big lefty, going for the White Sox. 7 in the hook being the total, -113. That's the Astros as the road favorite. They're 7 games under 500. They've won each of the last 2 Brown starts. Now, a lot of people out there are going to be, circling Garrett Crochet to bet on. The only thing is, guys, this White Sox team is just, they're not very good at all. Now, Crochet himself, first rounder out of Tennessee, the former Volunteer, 3.1 ERA on the season. I don't love going against him, but I do like going against the White Sox, guys. So, they're just 6-24 their last 30. They're -25 units on the season, and they're up against Brown here. And I think Brown's going to be able to duel Crochet. He's blanked each of his last 2 opponents, 9-0 strikeout to walk ratio last time out. And the Astros, they're good against lefties. They are. They're a top 5 lineup overall in MLB by weighted runs created plus. And the thing here with Crochet and the White Sox, yes, he's a good pitcher, but he doesn't go all that deep very often. He's actually averaging less than 6 innings pitched in his starts this season. And it leads into one of the worst bullpens in Major League Baseball, talking about the White Sox bullpen. So I think we get an advantage there in the later innings. I think Brown is able to dual crochet. And really, it comes down to lineup, guys. The White Sox against righties, the worst in baseball, 624 team OPS. They're not doing much damage there. And that's in over 2,000 at-bats this season, just 20 wins in 74 games. Hey, Fade City on the White Sox continues. We don't have to lay the 1.5 here, and we only got to lay 13 cents. We're on the Astros over the White Sox. Next one up, 8:05 Eastern here. New York Mets, Texas Rangers. Sean Manaea going for the Metropolitans. Andrew Haney, the lefty, in the battle of lefties, going up against the Rangers. -105, pick 'em price tag, 8.5 being the total. This is hot versus cold, guys. The Mets, they have found their stride. Just 2 games under 500, winners of 7 straight. They're 11-2 their last 13, and they're up against the Rangers here. Yeah, the defending World Series champions, but they've lost 5 straight games. They're now 7 under 500 for the season. Andrew Haney, a pitcher here. I don't think he ever really lived up to what he was the 7th pick overall out of Oklahoma State. His numbers are decent. He's up against Manaea, 5 innings, 1 earned. His last time out was 7 strikeouts against the Padres. We get the better hitting team overall. A lot hotter lineup here, guys. If you just go off of the last week, the Mets, one of the hottest lineups in baseball, over a 150 weighted runs created plus number. And the Rangers, one of the coldest lineups, actually the coldest lineup over the last 7 days, under a 50 weighted runs created plus number. They've struggled against lefties. The bullpen's had all kinds of issues. We're going to fade the Rangers here, guys. With the Mets, they've smashed lefties. So pick 'em price tag. I think this number is short. And a lot of you guys on yesterday's show asking, what game I like the most. Yeah, this is a client play for me. I'm on the Mets, -105. Best bet for the show, guys. In recap, hey, let me know below in the comments below what you agree with, what you disagree with. We are on the Mets, pick 'em price tag over the Rangers. We're on the Astros, -113 over the White Sox. We're on the Jays, -122. It's the Seattle Mariners, +120, the dog barking in Cleveland. We got the Nationals and the Diamondbacks up and over 9. That Diamondbacks offense is hot right now. We got 8.5 as the total on the Padres and Phillies game. We're going under, reduced juice in that one. It's the Atlanta Braves, -123, listing Ronaldo Lopez as the starter. And Hunter Green and Mitch Keller, that's the Reds and the Pirates, we're on the under of 8.5. Guys, that does it for Drew's Daily Diamond. Check out client plays, WagerTalk.com. Half off Wednesday, guys. Got a special there, just $2.50 a pick if you want to go check that out. And yes, please smash that like button, guys. Comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Cash those tickets.